today our word is assertiveness. And today I got one of the dopest guys I've ever met in my life. I could have never drawn up. I could have never dreamed to see you and I in the positions that we were in when we were playing Little League baseball and we didn't win a game. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't see it ever. Like what did you have to do to get to where you are right now?
Yeah, honestly, I think it was, I had to make a lot of mistakes to get to where I am now. I had to, I've always learned my lessons the hard way. And when I've learned my lessons the hard way, that's probably what has built and formed me into who I am today, making the mistakes and realizing that's going down the wrong path and backing up and going down the right path. I've always had a lot of inspiration to do well. And my dad played played a big role in my life on somewhat of a mentor, being a mentor, but really kind of guiding the way for me, always pushing me and showing me the world. And then my mother showing me a complete different side of the artistic side of things that you can do and the person that you want to be. So my parents, my dad's an architect, my mother was an artist, and both of them really had some creative minds. And my mother was a huge dreamer, which is where I get my dreams from. And my father was more grounded. So the mixture of both of them together really helped me, gave me a path.
So I got to tell you, hold on, I got to cut you real quick. An architect and an artist are the two most different things I could possibly even dream of putting together. I mean, like, your dad was always this like kind of funny, kind of silly architect kind of guy. Your mom was like a ball of love. Like, every time I saw your mom, she always built into me. She would give me encouragement, even when I didn't even know I needed it. Like, it was just something that she did. And like, I see you as like a cross between the both of them. You know, like, I see you as having this architecture kind of funny mind, but I also see you as somebody who loves everybody, you know, and builds into everybody, even when they don't even know that they need it. My question to you is, with knowing your parents were like that, how do you move this into your life now as a father?
So I take the things that I've liked from both of my parents and the things I don't like from both of my parents and the things that they've taught me, and I tried to push them in the same way. And what I've come to realize is that everyone is their own person, and it's got to be within side of you, either way, to wanna really push yourself and to want to really be successful, or to whatever it is that you want to do. It taught my kids some, again, going back to some of the mistakes I've made, is, you know, every day, first day of school, what are you guys going to do today? I don't know. Well, how, you know, be nice to everybody. Be nice to everybody. That's what I've really have been pushed into them, and do the right thing.
Yeah. Now, I got to ask you, because this is a big component of Speak Love. Be nice to everybody is a hard thing to do, especially when people aren't so nice to you. I mean, like, if you remember our middle school time, people weren't so nice to us all the time. You know what I mean? And we kind of formed a coalition of people who needed some help. You know what I mean? And you've always been a good friend to me. How do you do that thing? How are you nice to people who are not nice to you?
One of the things that really helped me turn my thinking around a little bit is, somebody pushed me in the hallway at school, and my friend, Abe Fathman, obviously, who you know, came up to this kid when he pushed me and slammed him against the wall. Not that I'm promoting violence here, but he slammed him against the wall and said, "Why don't you pick on somebody like me instead of him?" And the feeling that gave to me was huge, and it was almost a pay it forward type of thing that I wanted to. It was a good mentorship. It was a good it was a good experience for me to be able to help somebody else like that. So when someone was making fun of someone else, it felt good for me to stand up.
Yeah, no, I bet. Especially someone who stood up for you in front of you, so you got to actually see it. Now I gotta ask you. I got. Oh, go ahead. What's that?
I said I didn't get to see it. I got to feel it.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Now I got two more questions for you. One, what is the biggest hurdle that you're going over right now? And two, what is your biggest win? Biggest hurdle, biggest win. Go.
So my biggest hurdle. That's a good question. My biggest hurdle is probably oh my gosh, Nick. You couldn't have sent me this question earlier to think about.
No, he's on the spot, man. Don't worry, we're gonna edit it out. Don't worry, we're gonna edit things. You're good.
I'm gonna tell you right now, my biggest hurdle is my children. Trying to raise my children into who I am. And I have to remember that my kids are not me. Yeah. And my biggest hurdle is that I want to make sure that my kids are successful and that they are well-grounded. And that's not easy, raising teenagers. I'm 41, and I think that I'm still growing up as well. And to try to make sure that I'm a good role model parent a lot of the times. Not that I'm not a good role model, but there's a fine line between being your parent's friend and being your parents or being your kid's friend and being your parents. You're gonna have to edit that piece out.
It's all right. You can give me some more. This is great. This is great though, because it's honest, and that's what this is about.
So to sum it up, my biggest hurdle is making sure that my kids have a future for themselves that they build for themselves, and that they do it on their own. My biggest, what was the question you asked me?
Biggest win. What's your biggest win?
I'm going to say my biggest win is the fact that I feel like I'm successful, and not the money that I feel like I've made. But my biggest win is I am where I want to be in life. I was always worried as a kid when I saw my parents that I thought had a pretty nice house and they had nice cars, and my mother didn't work that much, and my dad worked a lot, but I was always worried that I wouldn't be able to provide for my children or be married and be able to support a family, and make it in life. And I feel like I've made it to the point that I'm always going to be able to provide for my family with a roof over their head. That's my biggest win. And I also believe for who I am, and how I think a lot of people, and especially in my workplace, look up to me, and the team we've built at my work, and the friendships that I've kept my entire life. I have a friend, Adam Simon, who I've been talking to, and I've known him since I was 5 years old, carpooling, and I love the fact that we all still communicate, even with you.
Even with me, huh?
Yeah.
Even with you, I gotta tell you, I remember Adam/Alex Simon from when I was a little guy too, and I'm so glad you've kept in touch. I gotta tell you, my biggest hurdle is letting people in. I run the Speak Love organization, and multiple times I've sat in your office and I've told you about my hurdles, and my troubles, and you've really been an awesome friend to me to be like, Nick, take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself. And it's something that I negate like something I'm like, oh no, I'm going to be fine. And I put so much time into, my relationships, my kids, my friendships, my whatever. And I really don't put a lot of time and effort into me. And so as a friend, you've definitely pointed that out to me. And the only way that I've allowed, or only way I've opened up that door is I had to come and submit to you and like tell you my issues and allow you to speak into my life. And that's something that I plan on doing more this year, but it's been something that's been super duper hard. Running Speak Love, you're expected to have all your stuff together. And sometimes I don't. My biggest win, I am so proud of this. I am so proud of this. Okay. So I had a workout class the other day and a kid was there and he was like, hey, I remember when you mentored me and I thank you so much. I was at Cincinnati State. I was a wayward kid. And like, you showed me I didn't have to be so hard all the time. Like I could love people and open up my arms and show people my weaknesses, and not everybody's going to come and try to hurt me. And I'm strong enough to take it if they do, but then I'm also strong enough to lead people in love. And I was like, what? Like I can't remember what this kid's name is because there's been so many people in my life that have come in and out. But like just to sit there and be showered with love by some kid I didn't even really recognize, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, you taught me that I could open up my arms instead of having to close my fists. And that's what it's all about, man. So
your parents can't teach you drive, okay? No one taught me drive. No one taught me the fact that I wanted to go out when I was 6 and 7 years old and make a lemonade stand. Why did I want to do that? Because I wanted to make money. And it wasn't the money that I was doing it for. It was the self-satisfaction for my own good that I wanted to see if I could actually sell lemonade to people and how much I could sell. And when I was a kid, and I wanted to have a garage sale for the junk that was sitting around because I wanted to say, hey, what's it like to start a business? And that drive to when I was a kid, and my favorite movie was Top Gun, and I saw Maverick riding his motorcycle fast down the street. I wanted a motorcycle. I wanted that motorcycle. And how do I get that motorcycle? Hey, Dad, can I have a motorcycle? No, you can't have a motorcycle. Why not? Well, you got to make the money to buy the motorcycle. And I was like, well, I'm going to do it. It's like Steve Beamer and myself and you had a drive that was from within. It wasn't somebody saying, hey, by the time you're 25, you better have a nice apartment, and it wasn't that. I wanted to do it. You shouldn't have told me you were recording me.
No, man, that was good. No, you actually did a good job. I know for me, I felt like, so I never had this issue with you, but or your mom. I really didn't know your dad as well when we were younger. I got to know him, once we got older. But like when we were younger, I really knew your mom, and I was like, what would a world look like that was built on love? And what would happen if I took all the things, because I come from a long line of preachers, right? If I took all the things that they've taught me, and instead of having a job outside of the ministry and then also doing the ministry, what if I can live one life? Like, what if I can be this honest guy who makes mistakes, who screws up and loves people at the same time? Like, what if I can be that? Like, what if I can package up these things that I've learned and these things that I could do and sell it, And like, I remember being in school and people be like, you are a complete idiot. There's nobody who would ever buy that. You know what I'm saying? And then now I'm in a position where, I've been able to be in the Smithsonian. I mean, like me, you know what I mean? And so it's been an amazing thing. My next question to you is, was there anyone in your life that told you that you couldn't do it?
There was. My counselors in my school really told me that I should get a job doing some sort of job with construction and probably not go to college. And I decided to go to college anyway. And that really didn't push me. Well, they say I can't do it. So that really didn't push me to do it. What really pushes me still to today is I'll go on vacation and I will rent a $3 million home from a private individual on the beach and walk around in that home and go, my God, I would love to have this house. How do I get this house? And today, that is what still drives me. Because if they can do it, so can I. it's just a matter of figuring out, how do I get it? How do I make it happen? And I don't stop. And I'm not going to stop until I make it happen, Nick.
Right.
And I'm proud of myself that I really wanted a 2021 Corvette, and I ordered it. And it'll be here in June. And I got to build it from the seatbelts color to the dash color. And I'm super excited about it. I'm going to need to borrow some money from you to help pay for it. But my entire life, I've always wanted a Ferrari, Nick. And after doing some research, I've really figured out that a Ferrari is not a very reliable car, and it's very inexpensive and inefficient to fix. And the 21 Corvette looks just like a Ferrari, and I'm super stoked to do that. And there's nothing more exciting to me than, I'm a car guy, to get in a car and test its capabilities of driving it, and just to feel good to sit in that car. And I even posted, I'm off Facebook now, but I've posted on Facebook a pair of driving shoes, and I just thought they were really cool. They're silly.
Now, I want you to know, I am excited about one day riding in that car. Like, and you've always been a car guy. I got to tell you, my biggest excitement in life is I want to hand this Speak Love stuff to the next generation. Like, when I see people riding and setting things on fire, I understand there's a reason why. I get it, right? When I see kids going to school and picking on people just like you and I used to pick on people, right? I understand there's a reason why we do it. Is there a better way, right? And like, I feel like there's so many barriers that come into people's lives, from one, believing in themselves, and two, believing in a better way. So you join a system that you don't believe in, and you hate yourself and you hate your life. And because of such, you kick the dog. Like, I get it. I totally understand. Is there a better way? The one thing that I love about what you talk about is people don't know this, but you decided to do this in an honest way. You could have done this in a dishonest way. You could have got that Corvette in a completely dishonest way, and then been proud after how you stole it from people. But that's not how you live your life. Why do you live your life in a way where character and love and things like that, like why do you even care?
Why do I care?
Yeah.
Why do I care about what?
About other people. Why do you care about the Corvette and letting people ride in your Corvette? Like, you go on vacations with other people. You rent out $3 million houses and then invite other people. I was one of them. I know you do, right? I wasn't able to go, but like, you do this. Why do you do that? Like, why do you care so much?
I care so much because it's just the drive, Nick. It's the experience. I'm an experienced person. And I'll tell you one more thing. My daughter we've been through the last year of production companies trying to get her music up and going. And one of the things I want to do for my daughter is I want her to go. If I set my mind to it, I'm going to make it happen. And if I don't make it happen, I'm going to try another way. I'm going to back out, and I'm going to try a different angle of making it happen. And it's really a hobby of mine to watch people succeed. And with my daughter, it's taking what she has created and been creative with her music. We've been through some ups and downs through this, but we're coming on the upside of it, that she's doing production. She's been through some production. One song that she's produced in January. February was booked. We were a little late on it. She's also paying for it all on her own. I'm fronting her the money, but she's paying it back. It's her business. And all of March and April, 2 to 3 times per week, she's going to be in a production studio. She's already written her songs, but they're making her songs come to life with background music and sound effects. And even her first song that they just did with her, they're re-editing it. And we're going to do it until it's perfect. And then she's going to upload it to Spotify, Apple Music, and we're going to see how many downloads and hits and things like that. That's her level of measuring her success is, hey, how I want to see this go on the radio. And I'm going to help her because she has drive. She has drive and she wants to succeed. And that's where I feel successful in helping push her. And when she makes it, and she gets her song put on the radio, then it feels like she made it. And then to me, it's almost like a different hobby. Well, I want to do something different now. What else anything I can dream up. And that's where it comes from within. It's in my own heart. It's not something that somebody's pushing me or telling me I need to do. I'm a dreamer. So, and I love the fact that she's a dreamer. My son's a dreamer too. He's still trying to figure out the work ethic behind what it takes, and he's getting there, but he's got a little self-discipline too, and I think that comes with maturity a little bit. My daughter's always been way more mature than her own age and in her own mind, but I'm excited to see where this success brings her. And success isn't measured. And one of the things I tell her, and I'm rambling on here, but one of the things I tell her is success isn't if you make $1 million doing it, or success isn't making, even if you made $100,000 or $10 singing your songs. And that was one of her biggest worries, is being successful in that, and which is a great push for her. The biggest part about it is if she's doing what she wants to do and she's making people happy, then she's a star. That's and if she's doing what she wants to do in life, it doesn't matter how much you make. It's a matter of, again, being positive, being happy, and getting to do what you do. And then the success will come if you're doing what you do. Nick Jackson speaks love. It isn't a national known company probably yet, in my opinion. But if you keep speaking love and you keep doing what Nick Jackson loves to do and passion and being passionate about it, you're going to make it. And you already have made it. I can't tell you how many people I run into and they're like, oh yeah, I know Nick Jackson. Oh my God. and how respected you are. And how self-disciplined you are, because it's easy. I can imagine being in your shoes. It would be easy just to say, well, no one's looking, or I don't have to be the speak love guy today. But that's not what it is. It comes from within you, and you speak love, and that's very hard to do on a 24-hour basis. And I think God's given you that gift, and I think it's awesome. So.
Thank you, man. And what you were talking about before with helping your daughter, and that's so beautiful. And to me, success equals succession. So like if I'm successful, I have something to hand off to the next person. And if I'm not successful, no matter how much money I've made or how many cars I've bought, how many vacations I've been on, it doesn't matter if I can't share it with anybody. And I got to tell you, Bill Cullen, it's been an honor to share my life with you and your kids. Billy, you were one of the first people to buy one of our t-shirts, and I appreciate that greatly, yo. So I just want to say in closing, thank you for being assertive and thank you for being you. Do you have anything you'd like to say in closing?
Much love.
Much love.
Much love. Everything you say to me is much love. And you know what? It makes me feel good, and I love you. And I'll talk to you.
All right. Peace.
See ya.